you made 2,500 people happy.
I thought you were about to tell me that was my bonus 2,500.
This is Paddock 43, the podcast, your weekly rundown giving you all things F1 from both on and off the track.
From races, trades, rumours, the lifestyle, and all the things that come with the F1 world.
We are Amy, Elle, and Pat. Let's get into it.
Abu Dhabi.
Yes.
The last race. It's all a bit sad.
One on the calendar.
Very
Yes.
fitting. Yes.
I don't know. I just see YAS Marina
Yes.
circuit. Whenever I see YAS Marina circuit,
Yeah.
in my head, I just go,
Yes. Yes,
The way
Marina
they have
circuit.
it written as well, like the font, it's just perfect.
It is.
Saying it
It's
that way.
yes.
It's screaming to be. It's screaming to be told, like said in that.
Got to do it.
It is
voice.
screaming to be, that
Yes.
exact thing that you just said. Yep, I completely agree. It's
Well, I'd have to say Abu Dhabi, I think it was very fitting that Max took a very comfortable win once again to cap off the season. He's
Were
very
we surprised?
dominant. I know. Very dominant
no
season in
surprise
Formula
there.
One.
No.
I think they're saying that it's the most dominant,
they have 19 wins.
most
Like-
dominant driver's ever been. I'd be kind of annoyed I didn't get to 20. You know,
Yeah.
I want an
Yeah.
even number.
Actually,
Yeah,
but you know
that's so
what?
true.
That's a challenge for next year now.
Yeah, that's another.
And I think with like all the upgrades that McLaren's going to do, they're going to be a real challenge for Red Bull next year.
But I think that's also just a goal for Max Verstappen for himself to be
It'll be
like, well,
20 now.
next year
And
I
as
want
well,
20.
so many people are saying we'll probably never see this again. Max is like, bitch.
Excuse me.
Well, we
What
also,
about next year?
we have one more race as well next year. We have China also added into the
yeah,
mix,
true,
so we have
true.
even more races. It feels like
That's
it's been a
almost
very long
too
season. I
many
feel for these
races.
drivers.
Yeah.
Well, Daniel Ricciardo was just coming out after media interviews from Abu Dhabi Grand Prix at the YAS Marina circuit, and he was saying, people were talking about the triple header next year, and he was like, "Have they not learnt from Vegas
Yeah.
last week?
Literally.
Like the time difference? How can they put that in the middle of a triple header?
Ugh.
Like,
Can they
Insane.
change it?
Mm,
Can they do like a last minute switcheroo?
I don't think so.
I mean, I don't think they want to do that after COVID. I think
No.
COVID is just gone. No, we're not doing that
No.
anymore. That was too many changes, too many cancellations last minute. I mean, everyone was here in Melbourne and we cancelled on the day. So
Oh, gosh, I
sad
remember that.
times. Sad times.
can you imagine that happening again? They're
Yeah,
just in
no
Vegas.
thanks.
No, it's not
No.
happening.
Well, it was funny when that happened. Everyone was saying that they weren't sure if it was going to get cancelled, but the drivers are already out.
Yeah.
Like, they were on their private
People
jets out of here.
I swear it's happening. They're like locking the gates.
Oh, they knew the night before. They were gone.
Yeah.
They were gone. We had a few people leave this weekend from Abu Dhabi actually as well.
Yeah.
In the F1 world.
Yes, Franz Tost.
Franz Tost, he was last weekend as team principal.
Yeah. I think he's completely leaving the sport.
Yeah.
I think he's
Yeah.
retiring.
Yeah.
They
'Cause
didn't
he's-
say where he was going. It sounded like that he was retiring.
Yeah. He was like, I'll be watching from home.
Yeah.
Like, why would you
So
want to watch
sad.
from home?
Yeah.
I certainly loved that Yuki could lead 5 laps and
We'll get into that.
Well,
but lead 5 laps on his farewell.
Yeah.
oh yeah.
We'll get
on,
into
on,
it.
on his
but
farewell.
like,
yeah.
it's a nice
Yeah,
little touch,
nice little-
you know.
well,
they
we,
haven't done that yet.
well, we had 2 leavings in Alfa Romeo. So Ruth Briscoe,
Yeah.
who is head strategist,
Yep.
she's off. Don't know where she's going next, but she's going to be very
She's going
exciting too. I reckon there's something secret happening there. She's a bit of a powerhouse, so something's
Yeah,
got to be happening. I
she
reckon
is
she's
a
staying in
powerhouse.
F1 going somewhere. So I'm
Plot twist, she's just going to another sport. She's like, bye.
plot twist.
Yeah.
She's just she is a gym
Yeah.
nut, and also she is strong. Like I don't know if you've seen her like Instagram and how much she puts out there and everything, but she is fit.
Yeah.
She should run that. But also speaking of Alfa Romeo, it's the last time we will see them on the grid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. So it was a bit of a sad announcement.
Bittersweet.
and kind of snuck up.
Yeah.
Like you felt like you knew it was happening.
Yep.
To
and
be
then
honest,
you
I kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, so did I.
I completely forgot
Yeah.
about it.
Well,
Sorry.
Yeah. So they've been around since 2018, obviously.
Gosh, I didn't realize since 2018.
Yeah. And now they're off.
That feels like 2 years ago.
And I can never pronounce this, but I'm pretty sure next year it'll be Sauber.
Sauber.
I could,
Sauber.
don't rely on me to try pronounce any words.
I'm excited to see what the branding is like.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything will change. Their livery, I think, will when they announce, showcase their new car, that'll probably be the one that's the one to watch. Everyone want to see that along with Racing bulls.
I was about to say racing.
gosh.
Got to talk about racing bulls.
Yeah.
I just can't get over what the commentary might be.
There was so much commentary about that this
Racing
weekend, though. About I really just want them to go back to Toro Rosso.
Yeah, so do I.
You know what?
Makes sense.
Toro Rosso, it just sounds chic and it flows
Yeah.
off the tongue.
But
And
Whereas
it's like
racing
different.
bulls.
Yeah, this is like getting
Yeah.
our names, Amy, Pat, and Elle, being like, let's mash them together to make a name.
Pamel.
Amel Pat or Patemel or something. I don't
Pamel.
know. Actually, that sounds better than racing bulls. I
Pate.
don't mind that.
Pamel.
Pate.
Pamel.
Pamel.
That
Pamel
works.
Racing.
Pamel.
Pamel Racing.
If, there's,
Pamel.
if we get an
Hang
F1
on.
Academy,
Wait a second.
F1 Academy team, Pamel.
That's so much better than racing bulls.
Yeah, literally.
That works so much better than it's like, anyway, I think that's a missed opportunity, but
What else have we seen?
oh,
in the news?
Amy's just what have you got about racing bulls?
I just keep thinking of like Martin Brundle just being like, you can
racing
Sonoda racing bulls.
Bulls. Yeah. So true.
It's
Oh,
just going to be weird on the
God.
commentary, isn't it? It's not going to.
I can't wait to hear what they actually say about it as well.
Yeah.
Like when the season starts
gonna
up
be like,
again
"No."
it'd be 95 days. 95 days here. No, 95 days over there.
But I guess we'll
96
know.
here?
We'll know before because
the first race.
I guess we'll know by like pre-season
Oh, yeah,
testing.
pre- I
Yeah,
forgot about
they'll
that.
announce their livery
Pre-season
and show their
testing.
new cars
Yeah.
and release
All
all of that. Red Bull. They want to be the first ones out practicing. Max now has a rule from the FIA because he wants to be first out practicing.
Ugh.
Like, that was just absolutely ridiculous. I know we'll get into the race, but trying
Yes,
to.
we will. We will.
Oh,
And before we do, any other news that you guys have seen?
well, McLaren's partnered up with Mercedes again till
Yeah.
2030, engine
Yep.
supplier.
Yep.
So they'll be hot in the McLaren cars until then.
Yep.
That was
They did well this year, so
Especially
yeah,
at the back
with that
end of the
engine.
year.
yeah. I think that was a good happy partnership announcement. They've now got 6 years more together.
Yeah.
And I think it's a good testing amount for them. You know, McLaren's obviously had rough start of the year, and the second half of this year and their season has been phenomenal. We've seen so much performance and speed come from that car.
yeah.
It'd be
Just a lot of good progress.
yeah.
Finally, because the first half of the season it looked pretty grim.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not think it was going to go well.
Neither.
No.
I was not proud to be a McLaren
Yeah.
girl.
I was like, oh no, poor Oscar's come into a shit team.
Well, that's what everyone was saying as well. They've been like, aha, you took down his seat and you're in a shit team.
Yeah.
And then now it's
Worked in his favor.
worked
Yeah.
massively. I think he's
Thank goodness.
doing okay with himself. But no, there was not too much else going around the ground. I think
What about speaking of Mercedes, all the rumors of Red Bull reaching out to Hamilton?
Yeah.
God, that was hilarious watching that unfold. And then Lewis being like, I didn't do it.
Was
Yeah.
there a credible source behind this?
Christian Horner said
Christian
it.
Horner.
Wait, did Christian Horner actually say it?
Yeah.
He
'Cause
like
I wasn't
threw
sure-
a grenade.
No,
Yeah.
I wasn't sure if he actually
said
said it or
Yeah.
if it was like, you know how people just make stuff up.
You're
and they're
thinking
like,
it. I
yeah.
know, but you said it.
No, yeah. So Christian Horner's come out and he's gone, oh, yeah, we've been having chats with Lewis.
Yeah.
And then Lewis is like,
They
No,
probably
we
had a
haven't.
talk
We
in the paddock
haven't.
and were like, hi. And
then-
Christian's like, oh my God, he's coming.
well, then
Yeah.
Christian had to come out being like, oh, it was actually Lewis's dad that spoke to us.
So he's just twisting the truth a little bit.
Honest.
But then who
Come
even
on,
knows what that
Christian.
conversation between Lewis was. But yeah, why? But Christian
his
loves
dad.
that. He loves to throw out a grenade and just say anything. Like the amount of stuff
Literally.
he has said and things have come true and he's just stirring the pot.
He
Media
loves the
attention.
drama.
Oh, he lives for the drama.
I mean, could you actually
Lives
see
for the
Lewis
drama.
going to Red Bull?
No.
No,
No.
no.
I
proud.
feel like I couldn't picture him in a Red Bull
The,
suit.
the only thing
Absolutely
that
not.
Lewis positively said about that comment, he goes, I would love to be in the same car as Max and give him a proper challenge.
Yeah, I
I
remember
was
when
like,
he said that.
damn, queen.
Damn.
Pop
Queen?
off.
No, king. Sorry. King.
Well,
Not
what
in this
about the
office,
queen?
studio.
Sir Lewis Hamilton.
What about our queen, Jessica Hawkins?
Oh.
Yes.
I know. Pretty
Ahead
impressive,
of-
hey? F1 Academy.
Yeah.
What can't she do?
What can't she do?
It's just so nice to
Seriously.
see where this sport is going with females
Yeah.
coming into it as well. Oh God, I had another comment on. Oh my God, let me find it. It was horrible.
Oh, no. Have you had another male comment?
Yeah.
Something. Oh,
Another
why do they
one.
do this?
I was
So
like, shut up.
there's a real issue out there at the moment of F1 male fans just making fun of women. Just they don't want women in the sport,
Yeah.
which is an issue, especially
issue.
when we need to get more females involved in the sport.
Future is female.
Yeah.
So his profile picture is Donald Trump.
Oh,
and
God,
his name
that says
is
a lot. I think
Lol.
that says enough.
I mean, like, it does. So, all, like what he said making it more about gender than your talent. Crazy. I was like, what do you?
What does that even mean?
What does that even mean? Like,
Making it gender about
he's
your
like, you
talent.
think women are good enough for F1? No, nowhere near as strong enough. Don't be blinded by your lack of intelligence.
Oh,
I just said ill.
I love it. Good.
People suck.
People suck.
Yeah, and then
What-
people like,
What's the point?
Yeah, literally. Gosh, so sad.
what do they
What a boring
get
life
out
they
of
must
that?
live.
Love a good troll account.
Anyway.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Practice.
Practice.
Logan Sargent almost had a good time, but then he had that time deleted.
The almost. It's the
The
almost.
almost. It's the almost after me. I was going to say.
Almost.
Well, 15% of the grid was Aussies. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Jack Doohan was out there with a bunch of other rookies driving. I mean, a lot of them weren't too happy that the F1
Yeah.
drivers weren't happy that
The rookies were out to play in
Ooh.
Prac 1.
yeah, Lance cracked it at Isaac, Logan cracked it at Jack Doohan. They were
Did they? I didn't see any of this.
they were not happy
Why?
because I think there
They
was
wanted
just
to be
They just wanted to be out there.
like last race of the season.
I think things are happening.
Yeah.
Logan was also being stupid with Jack Doohan. Like he tried to push him off, and it was just like, why? Like,
Yeah. Do you know what I was thinking as well? Like, I wonder if the other drivers, like, if it's because you know how most of the second seat were taken up by rookies, but then there are a few non-rookies out there. Like Carlos Sainz was out there, Yuki Tsunoda was out there. Who else was out there?
and then Carlos crashed.
Daniel
FP2.
Carlos was
FP2,
gone.
But there are a few. There was still. Oh, Lance Stroll was out there. Like there are a few drivers, and I wonder if that really pisses them off. They're like, we're above this.
Well, Philippe Dragovic got pole position number 2.
Yeah, I
For
saw
practice one, which
that.
I always think it's weird that we give a podium to practice. But-
Yeah, I did see
so
that.
he was up there with Daniel Ricciardo, and I
Yeah.
was like, "This is."
Did you see the meme
Yeah.
where it was just a meme and they'd photoshopped Felipe's face onto Lance Stroll and like
I did
Lawrence
see that.
Stroll being like,
Yeah,
hugging
hugging
him,
him.
son. Something like that.
I did see that
very
one. That
funny.
was funny. Yeah, it was interesting to watch it. But the interesting part for me was the impatience of Max trying to get out of the pit, and you're in this narrow strip, and he's just going across the lines, and all the drivers are like, Max is trying to get past us. He's going all over the lines. They can't fit in, and Max is complaining. He's like, people are blocking me.
Oh God,
It literally fits one car, and Max was just
Bratty.
squeezing in.
bratty.
And
He really does.
now FIA has made a rule about that. You can't do that. Can't
I love it.
overtake. Yeah,
I love
Good.
it.
because it was just
As they
it was
should.
brat energy.
Yeah.
Mm.
He just wanted to get out there first.
Also, like, give a chance to everyone else, Max. Like,
Just wait
Yeah.
your turn.
wait your turn. Yeah.
There's plenty of time. Like, chill out. Take a chill pill.
I think it was practice 1 as well. So we
Yeah, exactly.
Ridiculous.
It was stupid. Anyway, it really
Oh,
pissed
well.
me off watching it. It is funny also viewing. If anyone wants to go watch it, Formula One have posted it on their Instagram account. You can hear all the drivers' commentary
Max having a tantrum.
of them complaining that Max is what he's trying to do.
I'm so over him having tantrums at the beginning of a race weekend and then being like, I'm so happy. I'm on the podium.
Yeah.
That was the best weekend of my
He's like,
life.
this is
Yeah.
horrible. And
It
then-
doesn't sound like that.
Yeah. This race was unbelievable. It was truly unbelievable.
Unbelievable team.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
gosh.
all work hard to put it in here. Anyway, that was
Yeah.
that was the entertaining part of qualifying. Practice, sorry, it was no Las Vegas practice, but
No potholes.
No.
Practice 2. Carlos
But
Sainz
yeah,
crash.
Carlos crashed.
a few donuts.
You'd feel pretty disheartened.
Yeah.
It was like a hangover weekend for them.
It, you know, it probably was. Like, it,
like
They
especially
were
what happened in the
exhausted.
race.
They were
apparently a lot of
exhausted.
them were reporting that they actually were sick,
Mm.
which is no surprise
Ooh.
coming from, you go Brazil, Vegas, and then Abu Dhabi.
I can't even imagine what your body would be doing.
But if you see as well, like the distance that they had to travel is huge and the amount of time zones that they crossed. And I was actually looking at it, I was like, I wonder if they're either going, because they could have either gone east and flown Vegas to then the east coast of the US and then around, or if it would have been quicker for them to go west and then fly across to
Yeah.
like
Mm.
somewhere in Asia, and then I don't
I hope we don't have any flat Earth listeners.
yeah.
Oh no, someone's going to come out and be like, you can't
You're
fly
wrong.
that way.
Yeah.
But actually, it's really interesting. I didn't think
Yeah,
about it.
they would have been exhausted.
Does that actually make a difference to like time zones and jet lag?
Yeah.
I don't know. Does it?
Yeah, they would have been wrecked because they were crossing so many time zones, and they're already exhausted from Las Vegas GP.
I mean, I just you think about the drivers, but they're going to the luscious hotels with
Yes.
these huge like
Private jets.
California king beds, and then I just think about the mechanics and like
Yeah.
the
Well, it's
like
crew
what
coming.
You were saying
flying
last
with them.
week that 80% of the team is not in first class or business.
Yeah.
They're all in
Yeah.
economy.
They're on
Yeah.
economy.
And
They might go to who knows what hotels they stay in.
Yeah.
they're probably on the ships, to be honest.
Oh gosh,
You know what they
They're
look
flying with the cargo.
yeah, sitting in there like fixing as the
Yeah.
Ooh,
While they're
ooh.
flying.
I do love that, like the YAS Marina circuit. You've got those giant cruise ships
Yeah.
sitting around, and everyone stays on them. I was
Yeah.
like, it looks pretty damn cool.
It was so
Yeah.
much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Abu Dhabi would be a really fun race to go to.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Be
Also,
interesting.
I always think like the pit exit of Abu Dhabi reminds me of like Grand Theft Auto. Did
Oh,
you
yeah.
guys ever play Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto?
yes.
It's so strange.
I find it so
Like
funny when they
underground,
go.
and then they
you
come back
see
up.
them, they go underneath, and they're like, boop.
That was
Bye.
and
Yeah.
that was when Max
Yeah.
was trying to overtake everyone in the
Oh,
tunnel.
gosh.
He's
That's
like,
it.
no one can see me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really was Grand Theft. Now you're putting it that way. I'm like, that is
Grand
Grand,
Theft
Theft Auto.
Auto.
It's exactly what he was doing.
Yep.
Yeah. Stupid.
Living out his Grand Theft Auto dreams.
Stupid little Mac. There was an incident in the tunnel.
Yeah, incident.
There was an incident in the
So
tunnel.
many incidents.
Well, qualifying.
I have one
Dreams.
note about quali.
Mm.
Q1, Q2, Q3. All.
I have one about Q2
Combined.
at just one specific moment.
Yep.
Russell knocking out Hamilton
Yes.
in Q2.
He had a good weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. First time Lewis
Yeah,
had been knocked
finally.
out since 2013.
Yeah.
At Abu Dhabi, I think it was.
Really?
Yeah, was not
Yeah.
his weekend. That's for sure.
all.
No, I had him for second on my predictions. That was a short-lived
How
one
did
by
our
me.
predictions go?
Not good.
I actually can't remember.
Mine were pretty good.
I can never remember what mine
I did
were.
Max, Charles, and then I did Lewis.
I think I had
Mm.
Lando and then did you have Oscar? Or did I have
You had Oscar. I had Lando.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think I had
No.
Max and Charles. Did I?
I remember
Can't
you
even
said you,
remember.
and I was hoping for that. You
Yeah.
were like, Max is going to DNF.
Yeah, well, hoping
Yeah,
for
I
that
think
one.
we always
No
say that in each
DNFs.
week. I think
I do
Mm.
forget. I forgot about, the YAS circuit. Now I can't stop calling it that.
Yes.
It's not the most eventful track.
It's really not.
Yeah, it's a bit boring.
It was only eventful in 2021 because Lewis
Such
and
a
Max
battle.
are going for
Mm.
the battle.
Yeah. Gosh, they still talk about it so
I
much.
know. Oh,
Toto's
did you hear
like
Toto on the,
starting.
the post race?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
The trauma.
Yeah, he likes, it's like, get over it, Toto. Like,
Yeah, he was like, and we all know what happened there. I was like, it's still throwing shade.
yeah.
controversial opinion, but I actually don't think Abu Dhabi is that interesting of a track. I don't think anything too interesting ever happens.
Yeah.
Except for 2021.
Yeah.
That's what
Like,
That's what we said.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Well, I'm just repeating it anyway. Maybe I tuned out there for a second, but no, I was thinking about it. I was also thinking about qualifying, but
No, but I was gonna
I
say,
agree with you guys and your thinking is what I meant to say.
but as well with the Q1, Williams, both Alpines and both Alphas went to Q2, and Carlos was knocked out.
Yeah.
All the like little outliers.
Oh,
Like,
Yuki, best qualifying ever, number 6.
Yuki did so well this weekend.
I love Yuki.
Yuki was definitely there. I mean, Lando did his typical, I could have got pole if I hadn't
I
slid
think he
out.
could have got
Yeah.
pole though.
He's been saying that a lot though, which obviously means that
Yeah.
he thinks that the car is worthy of being up there on pole, which is a good thing. Positivity. It's
Yeah,
a good
he's
thing.
being positive.
But
Or is he lying?
yeah,
He's believing his own lies.
like my fingers and toes were crossed. It wasn't his time, wasn't it?
No, was not his day.
No.
No. Big Yuki. Go Yuki.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of that.
Mm.
He did
Yeah.
so well.
Was it
Qualified 6th. Not bad
Not
at
bad.
all.
My
Maybe
heart hurt
gut
for
though.
Sergio though when he's I've got laptop deleted.
Oh my god.
Lap time
Did he lose
deleted.
his laptop?
Lap time deleted down
Yeah.
to P9.
Yeah. So what happened with Logan? I know you're happy about it. Let's discuss it.
He had a lap time deleted. Like he put in a really quick time in
Oh.
Q1 and then he had track limits. And then to have a mistake that early on in qualifying isn't great, especially when you've still
Yeah.
haven't signed for next year.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, now I'm getting nervous that he might not get signed.
I think he will.
There's been a lot of rumors in the last 24 hours saying he might not, that he's just not put enough output. But I think he will.
I think he will.
I think they've left it
Imagine
too late.
getting booted from Williams though. Like the most like loving team.
I know. I just picture Amy being like, "They're so nurturing." And
I know.
caring
I'm pretty sure I
drivers."
said that.
Yeah,
like,
Amy's
yeah.
no, that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah,
She's quoting you. You'd be
Amy's
like,
ready.
"They're so caring."
Ready? Like, I'll catch you.
I'm a Care Bear.
Catch you.
No, I think they've
God.
left it too late in the season to get rid of him. Like, I
Yeah.
know
Yeah,
anything's possible, and I
true.
think there will probably be a fair few shake-ups with this off season now. Like, I can't even believe it's that was the last race of
I know.
the season.
I
Anyway,
know.
It's gone so fast.
but I think
So fast.
Logan will be there on the 2024 grid. I don't know if he'll make the whole year.
No, I don't think he'll make
my
it past
thinking.
the silly season.
I think, he definitely needs to step up his performance. And if he doesn't, then he'll be
Yeah.
Gone.
There's also the rumors are still going around though. Danny will be in the Red Bull scene 2024 as well, halfway through
Sometimes
the year.
I'm
I don't
like-
know. I don't know about that one anymore. I know
Yeah.
I was all for it, but
I don't think so.
I think everyone
think
just
so.
was just so excited. And they were like,
yeah.
we want him to have that seat, but I just don't think his driving is good enough. right
I
now.
mean, we'll see with the new Racing Bulls Alfa car next year. It sounds
Because I guess
shit.
they're getting all the like
Yeah. It'll be more closely
the
aligned
RB19,
with
not the
Red
exact
Bull.
same because they obviously can't copy it like
Yeah.
carbon copy it.
Do you know what's interesting? And this is kind of a side note, but today I was listening to one of the old episodes of, I think it's Beyond the Grid, one of the,
I love that.
yeah.
So good.
And it was actually right. It was the Melbourne GP review. Oh no, I think it was before the Melbourne GP. It was just at that point they'd actually just announced Las Vegas, like they'd confirmed Las Vegas. And two things. One thing I thought was funny, but Daniel Ricciardo had said, "Oh, I guess I can't retire anymore," which made me think, like, would he maybe pull out I'm going to retire soon? Maybe not next year, but maybe the following
I
year.
think-
I thought end of next
Yeah.
year. That's what
Yeah.
I think you may have been sick when we discussed this. We
Yeah.
said,
Also, this is funny. And I'm like, how has this not been brought up? But when they were talking about Las Vegas, one of the commentators had just gone to Las Vegas and he was like, yeah, like talking about the circuit. He's like, there's a lot of potholes.
Oh.
And now I'm like, knowing what we know.
Yeah.
How
So
interesting.
they were warned.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they didn't do anything about
Yeah.
it.
oh, lots
Yep.
of potholes.
But I'm
Lots
just
of
like going back
potholes.
to Daniel.
Yeah.
It's like kind of like what you're saying. I think you'd rather retire than get dropped again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I think it's that one more
That'd
year.
have to be a
Quit
pride
whilst you're
thing.
ahead.
Yeah.
I think it's a one more year for him. And then because he wanted to do Vegas, that was his
He's
thing.
done it.
He's done it. He's not,
He didn't do very well.
and he's already like, shit, it's a triple header again next year.
I'm tired.
I'm tired.
I just want to be behind the pit
Also,
and not
I
doing anything.
I just think about what they would do when they retire. Like they've just got so much money. You could just. I was going to say as
Do
well.
whatever you want.
I think was it post quali? Yeah, I think it was the post quali stuff when Max got pole. Blah blah blah. And one of the journalists was just saying that it's the last like 8 races have been won from pole position, and then Max is just like, I don't believe it matters. And I'm like, well, of course you're going to say that because you're going to win it.
Yeah.
Of course, I think he loves that sort of stuff.
Yeah, he does.
He was
He's
like,
such a like a brown noser. You know how they say that? Like a suck up.
yeah.
And like teacher's pet.
Yeah, I was gonna say he's gonna be the kid that's like, Miss,
Yeah.
don't we have a quiz today?
Yeah, that.
In that accent, obviously.
Don't we have a test?
when everyone else is sitting there like, no, don't say it. Don't
say it, don't
Whoever
say it,
brings
don't
it
say it,
up.
don't say it.
And then Max is like, Miss,
Yeah. Excuse me.
goody two shoes. The race.
The race. Because it was so eventful.
I have some eventful parts of the race.
I have a couple.
I have one.
I have a few, and it was pre-race.
Oh, yeah.
All my things are pre-race.
they all pre-race.
They do not involve the race. They were about 20 minutes before the race.
Yeah.
So my favorite things pre-race was the security guard stopping Martin Brundle from getting down the grid.
Yes. I saw
He's like, no. And Martin's like,
Let me
you
through.
have to let me through. And he's like, no. And he's like looking at his like t-shirt logo being like, who do you work for? Who do you work for?
He's like, I have a job to do.
yeah, I have a job to do. You have to let me pass.
I mean, like, at least he's doing his job, but surely it's Martin Brundle.
Literally. Who?
this guy had no clue.
idea.
And
Oh
he
my
was
God,
just
that's
putting his
so
arm up
funny.
and he's like, no, you
Yeah.
can't get past
He's
me.
got like a full camera crew behind him.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
all the gear.
And like
Yeah.
all the lanyards as well.
Yeah.
yeah, he's got everything going on. And then so he finally gets past this security guard and he's like, doing some of the interviews. Will I Am's like, Martin. Like I've never seen like a celebrity like come up to Martin. Usually it's him trying to get in.
Yeah.
Like Martin awkwardly got the Hemsworths.
Oh, that
And
was awkward.
it
He was like following
was
Chris.
it?
He was
like,
following Chris around whilst Chris was
I
talking
would've
to
been
someone
too.
else. I know. Well, actually, that was one of my this is my fourth favourite moment, was watching Lewis talk to the Hemsworths.
Yeah.
It was a great
you were
little
gonna say
conversation.
something
No. Anyway, but then George calling Martin out, being like, you haven't spoken to me all season.
Aww.
And it was the first time Martin had spoken to George. And Martin's face just went, I'm so sorry. And George was like, I see all the memes of you online every week and you still don't speak to me.
That would have broken Martin's heart. Martin would have been like, I want to speak to you. I just can't get there.
Yeah.
I can't reach.
Yeah, he was. I think that's what his response was pretty much like, I just forget who I've spoken to. Like,
Yeah.
Oh, bless.
Anyway, so I just thought that that all happened within about 4 or 5 minutes, I reckon, just before the anthem started.
I always have to, because I can't get up at the time you do. So I only ever have time to just watch the actual race. It's like nothing pre, nothing post. Sometimes post. I'll have it on the background while I get ready. Then I'm like, that's when I have work, which is quite rare. But
We all watch at very weird times.
Weird times.
Yeah.
how did you find the start of the race?
The start of the race. Interesting. Very
The
interesting.
sunset looked really nice.
That was like halfway through.
Oh,
Kind of.
anyway.
What time did it actually start over there? Is it 4?
I think
For like a twilight
Yeah, I
race.
think it was like a 4
4,
o'clock, 4 or
yeah.
5 o'clock.
Something like that. Something
Yeah.
or other. It was an exciting turn one.
Good. There seemed to be a lot going on at the back of the grid,
Yeah.
but you didn't get to see any of it.
No,
I tried to find what was happening, but I couldn't find anything.
There's been a lot of complaints about the broadcast from Sky News that they didn't show a lot of what was happening, that they were like, where did that red flag come from? Like,
Yeah.
what's happened here? So Sky News seemed to have slipped up
Again.
this weekend.
Because especially when they
Again,
go
again.
back and do the bird's eye view,
Yeah.
and you can see it all. And I was like, what
I did not
happened?
see
at
that. I did
back?
not see that.
Sometimes
Yeah.
they didn't even do that apparently. Like, they were
Yeah.
just like missing full things and then they'd be focusing
Yeah.
on someone in the pit. And you're like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
how
yeah.
do you get
Questionable.
yeah,
Yeah.
But it was a good battle with Charles and I say Lewis.
there?
Charles and
Charles
Max.
and Max.
Gave it to him a little bit.
Yeah.
Almost got there.
He tried.
Oscar was giving Yuki a bit of a challenge as well
Yeah.
towards the end of the thing. The race.
thing, the
Oh my
race.
God, even I'm burnt out from.
Do you know
all
what
the
I've got
races.
written in my notes? All aboard the DRS train.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that DRS
It's like a 9-car
train,
DRS train.
which is hard as well because it's like when there's a train, they can't do anything.
Can't do anything.
There'd be moments for overtaking, but
No.
I mean, Norris got past Russell at the beginning. That
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. No, there wasn't much opportunity for any of that throughout it. I mean, I think Yuki finished where he finished, which was phenomenal. You know, he had a great weekend. He's because he had the 4 upgrades
Yeah.
in his car, and I think it suited him.
Yeah.
Which would be
Yeah.
interesting to see how that translates into next year, which is what we were talking about before with them getting closer to the
Yeah.
RB19.
Because it's
Yeah.
like people were saying that they're like, no, Yuki's not that good of a driver. But I think when he has the right tools,
Tools.
he clearly proved that he can be pretty good.
And he
I
also
wanna
had
see him in a good car.
Yeah. Well, he had the opportunity as well to crack it a few times. You know how
Yeah.
he's like quite like feisty and
Yeah, I love it about him.
temper tantrum,
Yeah.
and
can relate.
he didn't.
Small man syndrome.
See, we're like I don't know about you, but I'm constantly trying to make myself small.
Yeah.
So I'm going the other
Oh,
way
I'm
around. It's like Jack Russell's.
Yeah, like a chihuahua. I was thinking like a chihuahua. La 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 la.
I think a Jack Russell's less annoying than a chihuahua, so I'll go with Jack Russell. for
Yeah.
you.
The long haired chihuahua's cute. I'm not that
Okay.
small.
Okay,
Anyway.
we can go with that one. Yeah, back to the race.
Back to the race, but actually I was going to say this that I forgot to mention before during practice. Apparently Alfa Romeo hadn't changed their livery yet, so they still had the Las Vegas stickers on their car.
Did they?
Really?
Yeah. And the thing as well was it was all over they hadn't changed their wing. And so it was all on the wing. And so the thing as well is they looking at it closely, it was just like cards. Like it looked really cool. But gambling's illegal in the UAE.
Yes.
And so they were saying that they might get penalized for it. But I don't actually know. I don't think that ended up something came out of it. But yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, that's one to watch. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I
So I'm
don't
not sure
like
at
that.
what point they changed it, but Yeah.
Just
tricky.
put like other stickers over it.
Yeah. Yeah. No
Draw-
cards here.
Draw over it or something like that.
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot of weird things like rules and regulations for the weekend. I mean, Perez made a comment being FIS stupid, and they gave him an official warning even after he apologized to everyone. It's like, well, we all say you're stupid.
Yeah, literally.
sometimes.
I can't believe. Wait,
Literally.
so that was actually the reason he got a warning.
Yeah. Yeah. That is,
Okay.
he got a formal warning. But I'm also like, it's the end of the season. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
They don't
Yeah.
care. They just want to be on holidays.
But end of the season, then don't give a formal warning. Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm just knocking out glasses here because I'm annoyed about the situation.
annoyed.
Because also I feel like the drivers should be able to say what they want.
Yeah.
in that-
They should. They
but
absolutely should.
It was nothing rude. There have been far more
Controversial.
promiscuous- That's a better word than
Yeah,
promiscuous.
promiscuous.
I don't know why
Slutty
promiscuous-
comments.
Slutty naughty girl.
Yeah.
Those slutty stewards
Oh my god, funny. That kind of like-
Controversial comments.
putting out their flags
Yeah.
like they could just give it away.
I kind of wonder as well. Like when Perez got his 5-second time penalty, I was like, maybe that's why they gave it to him because they were still shitty at him for that.
Maybe.
No, well, he said these comments because he was shitty for that, and then he got his official warning because of his comments on radio, which was
Ridiculous.
it was ridiculous. I thought it was ridiculous as well that Charles wasn't allowed to do his donuts. But
Oh my
that
god.
Max was.
Max could. Yeah, Max could do his donuts.
Yeah.
Not
So
happy.
just give it to Charles.
Let him do a donut.
What's wrong with that?
Poor man hasn't come first all season.
I don't know. Well, he's tried.
He's tried.
Really pretty decent race. Lando, by the
So
way, he
close.
finished his best points ever, 205 points for
Hmm.
the season.
Orlando.
What about Max leading 1,000 laps?
At least he got the 1,000 instead of 20.
Fuck, that's a cool number actually.
It is,
good
yeah.
number.
I really like that.
Yeah.
For a second there, I was like, oh, is Yuki gonna take this off him?
Yeah.
Yuki's 5 laps led.
Did you know that Yuki has led more laps now this year than Fernando Alonso?
Wow.
Really?
Alonso's only led 3 and Yuki's led 5.
And then think about
Love
like
that.
Fernando finished.
Yeah.
What did he finish?
Think about all his.
I think let me double check, but I think he finished 5th or 6th on constructors.
Also, Carlos retired the car because he just randomly retired at the end of the race.
Did he?
Yeah,
Oh, I
he
didn't
retired the car because he was on I think they're trying to do a 1 stop, and then they realized that wasn't going to work. So they put the softs on in like a last minute like sprint, but then they retired him, and I don't know why.
Maybe they're waiting for a safety car and they thought this is the safer option.
But also, wouldn't you just
humility.
finish the race?
Yeah.
Maybe they
Like-
didn't want to. Maybe they thought that like everyone would make fun of their Ferrari strategy of just waiting for something else to happen.
But I feel like it's even worse now that they retired.
Yeah. Fernando Alonso, sorry, on driver standings came 4th.
Yes.
Yet Yuki led more races than him.
Go Yuki. He had a good
Go
day.
Yuki.
Hey, that car was there for him this weekend. Those 4 upgrades. It showed all weekend.
Last race of the season, Yuki's finally like, I have something good.
I
know,
have
now-
something.
Now I'm like, why do we have to wait until March
Yeah.
for the first race of next season? Because I want to see all this unfold.
I know.
I'm
Bring
just
on
like,
Bahrain.
Yes.
We're so good.
Maybe we need to get it for Bahrain.
Yeah.
Yes.
Who were your drivers of the day?
Yuki.
Perez.
Really?
Yeah.
There you go.
Mm.
I wasn't expecting that one from you.
What was yours,
Ah.
Al?
I think George.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm going to give it
Yeah.
to George.
Yeah.
Shitty
also-
season.
Georgie
Yeah.
Porgy pudding and pie.
Deserved it.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he deserved it. I think also Yuki definitely deserved it as well.
Mm.
But if we're not doing like the people's vote, excluding that and I feel weird. I want to say like, what's our predictions for next week? But
There's none.
There's none.
Hey, we forgot to
Absolutely
touch
none.
on something.
Mm-hmm.
What were your thoughts on Leclerc's little self-imposed strategy at the end?
This has happened a few times
Mhm.
where they've kind of taken the strategy into their own hands.
Yeah.
It's like
I
they
take
shouldn't
my
have
hat
to,
off
but
to him.
kind of like what we were saying earlier about having to worry about the steering wheel and all the buttons and driving
Yeah.
so fast. And now this guy's doing his own bloody strategy in his head.
Yeah. So for those of you playing along at home that didn't see it, so obviously there was we knew who won constructors a long time ago, but there was that battle between second place between Mercedes and Ferrari, and Leclerc was in second position. Russell was behind him. No, Perez was behind him. Russell was behind Perez. And I think maybe on his last lap, Charles Leclerc actually slowed down and let Checo go in front of him because Checo had a 5-second penalty. He knew that if he were to let him through, he would still get the second place. And that way, Checo would beat Russell. So he would get less points. So that way that it would guarantee Ferrari's second place. But it didn't work. He did it all. Like, he let him through, but I think because it was like a 5-second penalty. 5 seconds doesn't sound like a long time, but Russell still made it through within those 5 seconds.
Ferrari just wait for something else to happen on the grid.
It honestly
rather
was
than doing their own
literally.
stuff.
And no, do you know what? I think the strategy they fucked up with Sainz with his tyre strategy. I think that they were banking that there was going to be a safety car and that they could change his tyres, and they didn't do that. And it's a shame because had Sainz done better, then they probably could have. Because there was only a 3-point difference between Mercedes and Ferrari.
It's hard to it sucks to say, but Carlos, you lost them second place.
Literally lost them second place in constructors.
He would have had a big night last night.
Yeah.
Oh, they all would have.
Oh, but he probably is not very happy with himself. Well, he won't be celebrating.
There's nothing.
Oh, season's over.
Yeah, season's over.
Celebrate
It's
the
funny
season's
as
over.
well.
Celebrate.
Yeah.
It's Christmas time.
Yeah.
It's Christmas.
Yay!
Christmas carols.
Shit,
I
they're
think it
already
was
started, haven't they?
was it Charles that was saying about he got asked it was about coming fourth
Yeah.
in the drivers' championship.
Yeah.
He was like, no, like I don't care anymore.
Feel
It's
like
like
they
it-
don't care about the
Well,
drivers'
technically-
It's
championship as
first or
much,
nothing.
Yeah.
Like they want to win it or like nothing.
Because in
else
the drivers'
exists.
championship, it doesn't really mean anything unless you win, right?
Yeah.
Like no one's celebrating second, third, fourth, fifth, blah, blah, blah.
Well, technically, Alonso and Charles were actually tied with 206 points in fourth.
Yeah, but no one talks about
But
it. or
no one talks
celebrates
about it,
Like
yeah.
that's the situation.
What you do look at is you look at Max winning with 575 points, and then second place was Perez with 285. Like, sorry, what? Like, how is that gap?
Ugh. Interesting.
Max winning
Mm.
third world title.
Mm-hmm.
$25 million bonus.
Oh,
Fuck me.
25 million Australian dollars
Oh.
or
No.
USD?
Right,
That might be
Probably
USD.
USD.
There was a dollar sign on the article. I would assume that's
On
USD.
top
Yeah.
of his base salary.
Well,
Talk about a
He
bonus.
also has to pay his FA license as well. So
He does.
that would be a mass fee for him. That'll be probably up near the 2 million.
Mm.
Hmm.
So they're saying his total earnings is likely to be $75 million. How much is that a second?
Nice.
Are you
Oh,
looking to
gosh.
sponsor a female-led F1 podcast here in Melbourne?
Please.
Gosh.
We will speak very highly of you.
we'll change our tune. Well, we probably should
Skedaddle.
skedaddle.
It's a bit sad. We have no race next week.
I
But
know,
we
wrapping
will
up.
be here.
Yeah.
We'll be here.
Wrapping up season 1.
Surprise guest.
Oh, we have a surprise guest before we
Do
wrap
we?
up season 1. Yes.
Oh, right. I thought we had another one.
Surprise guest
Never
next
mind.
week. Then we're going to have our little Christmas special / end of season wrap up.
Oh yeah. We'll talk about the whole season.
Yeah.
And maybe a bit to
Highs,
know
lows.
how to get to know us. Not how to get to know us.
Get to know us.
Get to know us. I mean, if you want to know how to get to know us, you can ask. But
We
I
should
feel like
ask
that's
each
a
other.
weird question.
We should ask each other questions.
Okay.
Yeah, we should. That's actually not a bad idea.
Instead
like
of being
that.
like, talk about you. And you're like,
Yeah.
If anyone out there is listening and wants to ask us questions,
Yes.
Yeah.
Right in.
we'll put that
Right
out.
in,
Put
submit
that
it.
out
Yes.
there.
we'll pop a link in the show notes where you can do that.
Yep.
Which, by the way, everyone should subscribe if they haven't already.
Please subscribe.
Chop,
And
chop.
5 stars.
Do, 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 do. All right.
Alrighty. I think that's all we got time for today.
Over and out, season 1.
Well,
Of,
not,
like,
not for
race
us,
reviews.
For race reviews.
Race reviews,
Yes.
season
Yep.
1 done.
But we'll be back, and there's still plenty of F1 stuff to come that's super freaking juicy.
Yeah.
It's not just, just because the races are done doesn't mean
Oh,
Yeah, just
The
because their
F1 world
season's
stop.
over doesn't mean our season's over.
no, definitely not.
yes.
Well,
Okay.
See
Bye.
you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Take it in, enjoy every moment, and enjoy this last bit of RB19.
Yeah, well worded there, Christian. I mean, what an unbelievable year. So let's say thank you to everyone. I mean, what a performance of everyone to build a car like this, and it's been really, really enjoyable to drive. So thank you very much.